Simple products like this one right here is your ticket to making your next $1,000 online working your own schedule. Because the smartest way to make money online in 2025 doesn't involve buying products from China. It doesn't involve buying any ads, even doing any marketing yourself. And I know this is true because in this video, I'm going to reveal a specific product that I made over $1,000 in profit buying and reselling on Amazon. And in case you're brand new to selling on Amazon, the basic premise of how it works is we can sell name brand products like this one. Customers are already searching for products like these that they know they want to buy. All you and I have to do is be able to source them cheap enough that we can actually turn a profit. And personally, I use a couple very affordable pieces of software that makes it really fast for me to actually find those profitable products. For example, I'll show some stats on screen. This item I actually found on sale for $2 at Marshall's. And as you can see right here, this actually sells for about $39 on Amazon. Now, typically you're not going to be seeing 1000% ROI like that product. So let me show you a more average example by breaking down one of the products that I've used to make over $1,000 in profit. To break down the specific numbers on every product I sell, I use a tool called Boxem. There's also a ton of new analytics features that just dropped within Boxem. So especially if you already sell on Amazon, you want to be using Boxem for making shipments. And now looking at things like this, where I can see this example product where I sold about $4,000 worth of these Stanley cups. If you've been selling on Amazon for a while, you've probably sold some of these as well. This was an awesome item for a ton of Amazon sellers, but you can see I was buying these for $40 each. I was buying these tax-free from local retailers and usually just buying them online and having them shipped to my house, which once again, in the next step of this video, I'm going to show you how to actually find products like these. On the $4,000 I sold, I paid about $1,300 in fees to Amazon. So this is what I paid Amazon to receive that item, put it on their warehouse shelves, take it off the warehouse shelves, and then ship it to the customers as these items actually sold. Because what I do is called Amazon FBA. So as I'm selling these products, I actually just ship them off in big boxes to Amazon. Like you can see here, I pay some pretty decent fees to Amazon, but it's well worth it in my mind for them to do all of the customer service, shipping these orders out to customers. And then you can see for the 38 sales I made on this specific color of these cups here, I made right around $1,400 in profit. And then also down here on my dashboard, I can see the return on investment. So this basically means I spent about $1,300 on these cups. I ran about a 35% margin, and I guess this product is about 0.2% of the revenue my Amazon store has done. At this point, I've done about $6 million in sales. And just for fun, so you can see that there's a lot of products like this. Here's a very similar product, different color. I ended up making about $1,300 in profit selling this, but you don't want to be flexed on anymore. This is just a specific example of something that I've actually sold. Let's use this example to go out and find a ton of extra winning products. And so for you watching this video, in order for you to find your next winning product, all you need is a specific example of a product that other resellers have had success with, right? And also for this video, I'm going to show you guys an extra valuable hack to find the best way to source these products, right? So what I need for sourcing products is SellerAmp. We've already talked about that a little bit. And then I also need this tool down here called Keepa. Those are $40 a month. And then Boxem starts at $42 a month. So less than $100 a month to manage your entire Amazon business. And the reason why I want to use Keepa right now is to take it to the next level. And based on the fact that obviously if you've sold this cup, number one, I was probably competing with you. And based on the fact that I know I'm competing with you, I know I was buying these from stores like Dick's Sporting Goods. You're going to be sourcing some other stuff from those websites as well, right? So as I'm looking through what my competition is selling, I probably know where they're sourcing those products from. And you do too, sitting at home, and I'll show you how that works, right? And to make this even more fun, to find the smartest Amazon sellers who are going to have the best product ideas that we can go ahead and source using SellerAmp, what I want to do is go to data offers, and then I can include historical. So now I've included everyone who's ever sold this product. And what I also want to do is filter this by who has sold the most, right? So who has had the most success selling this product. It stands to reason that those sellers are probably going to have some really smart ideas in terms of products that they're selling nowadays, right? So I want to go ahead and open up this seller storefront. I'm going to go ahead into their storefront right here, and then I can see, hey, this person has 562 products. And what I really want to do now is make the process of looking through all this data way simpler. So what I want to do is go ahead and open up one of these products here. And so instead of looking through this complicated table right here, I just need to find them on one of these listings. So in this case, it's interdimensional sales, and you can see this is their store right here. If you want to make it even easier, you just copy the storefront ID. So trying to explain this as easily as possible, right? So this is the unique ID of this Amazon seller. I can go back into SellerAmp and just paste it right there in the link. Basically, that's a little bit easier way to do it, whichever one makes more sense to you. The reason why I like using SellerAmp to do this sourcing method is it makes it easy for me to see what different brands they carry, what different opportunities are available. And for this video, I'm also going to focus on opportunities that I know you guys can also have as new sellers. So let's start with something like Crocs, for example. As I'm looking through these stores, instead of just seeing a big complicated list of everything that they sell, I'm able to really quickly see, hey, I need to buy this for $23 to make a profit. It sells crazy fast. Let's see if that is the case, right? So in this case, it seems like a pretty basic Crocs shoe. I'd be surprised if we can buy it for $23. $23. I'm seeing a lot of these popping up at 35, $30. Yeah, so probably not too much opportunity there. Let's see, we've got something like this, little accessories and that kind of thing. Those can be great to sell. Let's see, so that one's $25. I do see a lot of these other ones are like $5 for these little charm packs or something like that. Let's see if this like Disney princess one is cheaper. See, that one's also $20. Let's try this Barbie one. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so this Barbie one is looking profitable. So we're able to see that this is selling for about $18, and if I can buy this for $8 or less, then I am going to be profitable. In this case, hey, I am buying these for $8. Plugging that in to my cost price calculator here, I can see that this is a $3.67 profit. And yeah, before you're asking questions, that kind of thing, this does include inbound shipping, which is about 60 cents a pound when you ship to Amazon using Boxum as the software that you use to ship to Amazon. And then I can also see I'm also including some miscellaneous fees for any kind of poly bag, boxes, that kind of thing that I might need for it. And of course, I'm including sales tax at about 5% here. And that is actually my true profit on this. So there's a really quick example. Just for the sake of example, let's check out some other brands, see if there's any other opportunities that are just slapping us in the face here. The simple solution I'm trying to get to on all these listings is, do I think I can buy it for this max cost option? In this case, probably not super sure if you're a brand new Amazon seller. Let's see, selling for $15. Seems like it's actually $12 from the brand's website right there. We need it for $3. So like I said, usually I'm just skimming along and looking for things where it seems a little bit more reasonable, but I can get it super cheap basically. Let's see, these are like 16 infant. Let's see, this one maybe is 1040, but I need to buy these for, yeah, I need to buy these for $9.35. So I'm not quite on those. So on this, I'm usually just going to be skipping past things where it just seems a little too cheap. I wouldn't be able to buy it for that. And plus on this, like it sells 13 times a month. I'm really interested in selling a ton of items that sell that slow. Something like this example I showed you guys at the beginning where I bought it for $2. I think it sold like 19 or 11 times a month, something like that. But the profit was like $27 on a $2 purchase, right? That's worth it. Stuff like this that we're buying online, you just kind of want to gauge and see if that profit number is actually going to be worth it for you. Let's see. So $18 on these shoes. There's a chance we might be able to get a coupon code going because yeah, these are $15. So let's do a little bit more digging on these. If we are able to get a coupon or any kind of discount, this is definitely going to be an interesting one for us. Let's make sure. Yes, it's got like the little rainbow on the back. Cool. So right now it's $18. That's a $2 profit. We're definitely not interested in that. So what I want to do is check out and see a lot of websites. They'll have blank here at the bottom where you can punch in your email and get a discount, that kind of thing. And this is the part of the process where a lot of people who try to do Amazon FBA never end up finding success because right here, $18 sells for 35, not quite profitable, that kind of thing. But the smartest Amazon sellers are always looking for a way to add extra margin and create profit on their products. You don't typically find profitable products, at least the best products, right? So the first thing I do is check Capital One Shopping. It's got a bunch of coupon codes and that kind of thing that I can usually apply at checkout. We could see if any of those work. I'm also going to just do a quick Google search for Carter's coupon code, that kind of thing. And I usually just want to look and see if there's any. I'm just going to skip past the ad. So let's see, maybe a 20% coupon at retail. And then usually the website also has a page with some coupon codes on it, that kind of thing. Let's see, 20% off your purchase. We can see if this one's actually working. So tried this coupon code there, not working. I do, however, notice that on this website right here, if I go to sign up, a lot of websites, they'll have something like this, right? Where we can plug in our email address and get a coupon code. And you can use this as many times as you want. So I've showed this before, but just quick review. Say your email is sarah@gmail.com. All you need to do for this to send a coupon code over and over again to that email address is just add a plus and then whatever you want. And then it's going to send that coupon code to sarah@gmail.com still, right? So we can have an infinite 15% off coupon codes. And I believe that's going to be good enough for this to be profitable, right? So I can take this $18, subtract 15% because we're getting that email coupon code. And now, yeah, see, this is an item that the average newbie Amazon seller wouldn't think is profitable, but it is actually decently profitable here, right? Sells for $35, $6 profit. And then I can also go down onto Keepa and I can check variations. So this is going to show me like other sizes and colors and that kind of thing. And in this case, I usually just like to filter by the current highest price. So I'm seeing something like this 11 little kid sells for $46. I like the look of this one a little bit more because I can see there's a buy box chart. So this basically means that there are actually people coming on and buying this listing. I'm also seeing like the price jumping around a little bit. And usually when the price is moving around, especially like this, for example, that is the Amazon buy box algorithm basically deciding who is going to win this add to cart button. That's usually just kind of sharing between different sellers as the item is actually selling basically, right? So this other size would also probably be good to pick up. This 10 toddler, I see the 4 toddler is also profitable. Not quite as much price movement, but on these I'd always test like 5 to 10 units, see how it goes for you, and then you can always restock if it goes really well. Anywhere from $30 to $60 in profit off of the test order off of each one of these different sizes here. So another good example of how the process works. So once again, like we were talking talking about all you need to find your next profitable product as an Amazon seller is to go to any of these products that have other resellers on them and see what they're having success with, basically. Because now that we have this item that we know is profitable, it is an endless rabbit hole of other profitable leads we can check out. So I'm seeing some new brands that those other sellers weren't on and exposing us to some new opportunity, right? So especially stuff that I've never even heard of, this clean bore, whatever this is. It seems like it's for cleaning some weapons or something like that, I would assume. The best way to start making money on Amazon is to just get curious, start poking through storefronts. And especially when it's close to any holiday, basically every website just thinks of any possible excuse to run big sales. Like I bet if I go back to the homepage, I'm going to see, I'm filming this close to 4th of July and you can see, yeah, there's a big clearance event, right? So all of these clearance items create a ton of opportunity for products to be selling for more on Amazon. And you'll end up selling some stuff for crazy prices if you do get serious about selling on Amazon. People are really just willing to pay up for the convenience of being able to buy something through Amazon FBA. And just because I hear this as a massive limiting belief that a lot of Amazon sellers have, this is actually something that held me back a lot as well, is a lot of people don't actually think that new Amazon sellers or Amazon sellers in general can get approved to sell these big popular name brands. That's definitely not true. All you need to do is, let's say you want to sell these shoes, for example, you just go ahead and buy these from carters.com. Usually there's a requirement that you buy at least 10 units. Sometimes it'll say 100 to 300. I have never ever once done that. I've always just used 10 units and it has always worked. You'll buy these 10 units, in this case from the website. Make sure, the important thing is that when you buy it, make sure that the address that you ship it to, or at least have as a billing address, matches what's going to show on your Amazon seller account. When you go to list these products on Boxem or on Seller Central, it'll ask you for approval, and then you just upload that invoice that you get emailed to you as soon as you buy this stuff from Carter's, for example, right? And then you get approved to sell this brand, and you'll be able to sell the vast majority of any products in this brand after you do that. And if that process sounds too complicated, that kind of thing, there's also auto ungated products. So there's products that are ungated right away. I've got plenty of videos breaking down how to source those products if you want to check that out after this. But once you have these profitable products in hand, the next step to get them sold as fast as possible is to go back over to Boxem. When you're in Boxem, you'll create an FBA shipment. And like we're talking about at the beginning, you'll ship this off to Amazon and then they'll start shipping it out to the customers for you as the product sells. So you just go in here, fill out your address, how you want to ship it to Amazon, start storing as much data as possible so that you can have these valuable analytics that shows you where you bought it, how much you paid for, how much you're actually profiting, that kind of thing. Go ahead and create the shipment, and then Boxem will walk you through the 1, 2, 3 step process of listing these items, throwing them down into boxes, putting labels on those products, and then shipping those products off to Amazon FBA. And like I said, it costs about 60 cents a pound for this part of the process. So hopefully this helps demystify the process of selling on Amazon. I know there's a ton of content out there that makes it seem super complicated. Just remember to boil it down to the basics and sell stuff that's already selling profitably. If you want an easy starting point with those auto ungated products, I'll leave a link down below. There's a spreadsheet of about 1,800 brands that you can test and see if your store is able to get auto ungated for those, along with a video that helps you source auto ungated products. If you've made it here and you have any questions about the process, drop those down below. Always happy to chat with you guys. If you want to help me out for free, I would greatly appreciate helping me hit my goal of having 100,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, all that good stuff. And if you want to see the next step of the process where we actually ship these products out, I'll show you every last detail of how to create an FBA shipment. Click this video right here.